application for your intergovernmental agency, which is a private postmaster general, an actual post where we become a depositary for people's articles of contribution.
Beautiful.
Right?
And we talk about helping people, right? But getting people to learn this info is not the easiest task. Some people just can't grasp these concepts, not because they're dumb, but just because, some people just can't. Their brains don't work this way. I'm not trying to be rude. It's just the matter of the fact, And
all this stuff has been so compartmentalized. It's compartmentalization within compartmentalization here,
Right. But my point being,
how many years have you put into it?
I've put in 6 years into trying to. I didn't really understand all this stuff until maybe like a year or two ago. Like I had an idea, but my point being, it would be a great way to help people would be to actually set up a public bank or a private bank or whatever you want to call it, sort of PMA, however you have to structure it, where we can honor their instruments and actually like collateralize them. I know we want to get away from usury, but some people just cannot do all this. So if there was a way for us to actually get advances from the Federal Reserve utilizing people's notes, drafts, trade acceptances, all that stuff, and just actually do what we were supposed to do and charge them, a fee and then actually pay them the interest. You know what I mean? Like the way the banks were supposed to be and what they were supposed to be. But whoever, I don't know if it's just like a big club and we're not in it type thing and you have to be dirty to be part of the club, or if that is possible to create something like that. I don't know. But that's always been a thought, and I'd love to figure that out. And if anyone could help me, it'd be Kim. So I don't know if that's something you could figure out with the Love Boat.
Go get the name, Bank of Marduk.
Hell yeah. I think that'll scare people away. I've already had people question my name, It's a Babylonian god, so
I know.
That's probably
but
not
the Babylonian god of justice. Let's put that in there. Yeah.
But anyways, I don't want to get too sidetracked. Let's go through this, and we could talk about that later.
Okay, can you guys see the screen?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Okay, so I just created a new pair, but I'll just go to edit so you can see what that screen looks like. So this is where you would put your own information in, and I'm just seeing.
So I'm just going to read it off as she's going. So when you create your account, you're going to go to start to add the pair. So it's a box that you will start to fill in, and that's where she's at. And then on the right-hand side box where it says applicable checkbox on form 8949, click the down button. And then Kia's saying to click B.
Oh yeah, I haven't done that. Yeah.
Can I share something while we're going through just the adding of the payer real quick, Robin?
Oh yeah, of course. I'm a little speedy.
Okay, so just for those of you that happen to be processing for more than one vessel, okay, when you are filling this out, if you want to separate your sole proprietor from your Social Security person, if now that you have a CAF person and they sent that to you like they did me, my birth certificate person without the middle name, I would be adding the disregarded entity as the Kimberly Daniels person, okay? That allows me to add on line 2 my CAF number. All right? So I'm just letting you
hear what you guys are saying? She's saying they eliminated the middle name. That's a big significance. That's the grantor now.
Yes.
That's the grantor name.
I call it like the grandpa coming forward to pay and be a surety and be an underwriter for anyone coming out of Babylon. So I can settle anybody's debt with my stamp and tax number. I can be the payer on anyone's debt receipts. Okay.
So would you take this out then and put something here?
Well, so I guess I'm just sharing with people who are processing for, like, let's say their grandmother or whatever. I just wanted to make sure, relevantly speaking, since we're on the topic, for those who are starting to do Bs for other people as a bookkeeper, that's where the disregarded entity in line 2 would come into play. It's similar to putting your stamp. Like, I made a stamp for my CAF person, which is the grantor. I put that on everything, and their instructions is make sure, since you can use this for any taxpayer that you're filing for, make sure you put this on every correspondence with us. So what I do when I'm processing for one of my other trusts or my other entity, I just wanted to give you a big, huge tip of how to make your grantor the disregarded entity. So the taxpayer, okay, so am I taking a business or an individual out of debt? Okay, someone who's not processing for themselves, but they want me to be their bookkeeper and their compliance officer. So you would just simply, who am I taking out of debt as the CAF person? All right. So I would put so I guess the payer could be like you put individual again real quick for us. Now, because I filled out my sole proprietor yesterday and Tax Act recommended that I become head of household. That's also a title of a grantor, just so you know. It's like the executor of the estate, right? So they allowed me to file my sole proprietor and put my CAF number as the SSN.
Right.
And I
That's
just
the
put
proxy.
the proxy, right? The pass-through person. So I'm coming forward. So I'm the payer. Let's say I'm the payer and I'm going to pay off Robin's debt. So I would create a payer that's just strictly my grantor person. And I would just do 1099Bs all day long, right? I'm gonna, or I do a miscellaneous, or I do an NEC because I'm gonna hire you and you're gonna come to work for me. So it's so important that people who are operating with their CAFs understand the significance that Robin and I are speaking about. And the CAF is really, if you're gonna be filing or processing for some other taxpayer other than yourself. So your LLC, your living trust, whatever it is. I'm just teaching you all while we're recording the relevance and the power. The CAF person can take any taxpayer and pay any bill and take any taxpayer out of debt.
And Marie, what about an alien registration card number?
If someone here is a seasonal worker, they call them seasonal workers. If they are able to work here 6 months out of the year, I can be a sponsor for them. And if they ever get a bill, I can come in and I can pay that bill on an OID, pay to the United States Treasury for the benefit of Nina. See what I'm saying? I'm like we're like the Moses. We're taking people out of Babylon and teaching them how to do it for another person in the future. So Nina, I just did this for you. Let me show you what I did. Okay, you saw the results. You got your lien released. Now learn this process that we're getting ready to record here and go do it for someone else now. Make sense?
It literally is the
Yeah, no,
parent.
I was just talking about my alien card number. I have an alien card number when I first arrived when I was a year old. So I have that number. So I'm asking, can I use that number as a SSN?
We're talking about the CAF right now, which is a designee. It's a designation that the IRS gives you. So until I really can't answer it unless you fill out an 8821 and you inform the IRS that alien card number person is a taxpayer, then they will issue you CAF number, but it'll be connected to your social because you're asking them for a CAF. I don't want to get it complicated for people.
Yeah, no,
really.
it's okay. Thank you. I just wanted
Okay.
So could you say that one more time just to clarify, how you're identifying yourself and then putting in your CAF number? You're saying that where the Social Security number is where you're putting in the CAF number.
Well,
Or could I do it as a business? Makes more sense if I was going to pay someone else's debt. But
So let's actually keep this recording. Let's do step 1, which is
Individual.
let's do a single person becoming the trustee for their living trust and issuing one 1099-B for their Spectrum telephone bill. So let's do that one first.
Yes.
I get it. Okay, thanks.
okay, so I'm here. So that payer information is here. So every time you do another 1099-B, it'll just auto populate here. Or if you have multiple payers, you can select from the drop down. Okay, then this is the recipient. So here is where and I haven't done Spectrum, but it's on my list. So let's add Spectrum. So the way Kira suggests is don't provide an EIN for any company, even if you think you know it, because there are so many layers within these companies, their trust, their LLC, their, just keep it that you don't know it and let the IRS put it in. Are we in agreement with that?
What if we have the W-9?
100%. I recommend it because there's so much acquisition and consolidation right now. Part of their audit is going to be to check on these merchants and see if they are a bona fide, lawful, compliant entity that can even be in service to humanity. If its books are clean or not, if it's been acquisitioned or not, we still have the right to collect our credits back, regardless of whether the company got bought out and still kept its name Spectrum. Does that make sense?
Yeah, because
Yep.
there's a lot of DBAs.
Yeah.
Because this is how I typically put in the address. So this Charter Communications is Spectrum.
There you go. There's a DBA right there.
Is it here? Spectrum.
Okay, so now you all are seeing why the SEC Circular 10 would allow us to do the same thing that Spectrum's doing. But instead of billing people every month, we would actually send them an actual DIV, a dividend.
And over here, it's listed AT&T/Spectrum.
Another DBA.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so then
So it's really best just for training purposes in the recording, ladies and gentlemen. If you receive a bill in your mailbox, the name and the address that they're using when they're trying to collect from you, then you can use that one because that's the one you're officially in a contract with. That's going to be
Thank
connected to
you.
your social, remember?
Yes.
Okay.
so I don't have that information up, but I'll just say it's Spectrum address.
Perfect. Yep. Just take it right off of that little bill. And if you have online accessibility, you can just print out a little statement from last month.
Oops, I'm just trying to think of a zip code I know.
Just put 99999. You're good.
I don't think wasn't accepting it if I didn't put in a valid one for some
Just
reason.
put your zip code in.
It's fine. This is good. So, and then Kira says to add the phone and the email and just to grab any email that you can find. Doesn't matter what email it is for the company. And then you can also pull the phone number from the bill or the 10K or the website. But I'm not going to add that right now.
Let me add something to that if you don't mind real quick. If I am doing a 1099-B for someone, let's say, or an OID or an A or whatever, because I'm the business that's extending my administrative responsibility for them, I will add, because I'm a shareholder of Spectrum. They have my email and they have my phone number. So what I do is I put my email and my phone number on the 1099-B.
Wow.
So my business will receive, notification, what have you. And I'm the one with the records in my computer anyway. So I don't even have to, we're already clicking USPS to have that Spectrum will receive that recipient 1099B in their mailbox. And that is evidence of a contract and evidence of us having the ability to take 10 times the amount back for our tax purposes. Make sense?
Yeah. Okay, the next thing you'll want to do is put in the account number. And it's funny because I was just looking at another account, another utility, and I've got a customer number and an account number. So I wasn't sure which one to put in.
You need a QSIP number for that real quick.
The QSIP number is always going to be your social.
Yeah, the account number, it can actually be the phone number that you applied for the line of credit or whatever. It could be your phone number, 9 digits, or it can be your CAF number.
Shouldn't that be the account number?
Yeah, with the company.
It's the account number.
Well, you can
We are the account.
you have the freedom to do it any way you like. I'm letting you know. It's if you could even use the one that 1099B automatically generated for you.
Oh.
Because as soon as you create the B, that triggers the Treasury to set up a settlement account for that matter, that specific matter. It's almost like a purchase invoice or whatever, right? So just kind of letting you all just kind of, we really can't do it wrong is what I'm trying to say. And if you need to put numbers in there, like I said, you're creating the receipt. You're the owner of everything. You're the recoupment officer. You have the duty to get it all back. And we're not jeopardizing our current contract with them because we're actually filing on the private side between the Treasury and us. The Treasury's agreed to give us back our barter amount so that we aren't collapsing the contracts in the public marketplace, right? We're just, if I'm going to collect 23 million from the bank that took my 1.8, they're going to get an audit. If they don't, if they're not Basel III compliant, they don't have enough collateral, if they have to stop loaning money out, they may not be able to be on the SEC, FinCEN, chartered bank, able to offer credit lines and debt collect. Make sense?
Yeah, and I just wanted to reiterate what Kia, the message in the chat about what she was saying. Whatever you opened the account with, that was what she was recommending. That's the application number. So it would be social if it's social, and you want to do it that way.
Okay. And then the QSIP, she specified to use the social because even if you have a QSIP number, your part is only a percentage of that QSIP. And so she said just to keep it simple, just put your social and they will know what part is yours.
And that can be where the CAF number goes for those of you that have a CAF.
Right. The
Mhm.
1099B, yeah, they showing you how to do it to collect. No, you ain't gonna find it on there. This is a Zoom. This is private. So where's the 1099B at?
Oh, Clarence, can you mute for a minute? Thanks.
I muted
sorry.
them. You're good.
Okay, then you come up here and the checkbox you're going to do is B, short-term transaction for which the cost or other basis is not being reported to the IRS. Submit. Here's the tax year. This right here is the same on everyone. It's signature. Oops, my caps are on. Signature, exchange for funds excess.
And I know it's weird, and a lot of us want to say access, but it's excess. Kimberly and I even looked up like the definition in a couple law dictionaries, and it has to do with the extra money made in terms of banking. I forgot the exact definition, but it's written that way for a reason, guys. So just
The
wanted to throw that out there.
hypothecation.
Exactly.
Okay, this is easy to forget. I've forgotten had to correct one of mine, but this is the tax year. So my understanding is don't worry about the specific date of the contract starting, just the tax year. And then the proceeds would be the amount that you paid Spectrum. So if I paid them for $100 a month for 12 months, then I paid them $1,200. And then you're going to scroll down here. You're going to click on ordinary. And then you're going to come all the way down to the barter box. And this is your 10 times. So it'll be 12,000. And that's it.
That is a hallelujah and an amen, amen, amen.
And then you can save, or you can save and do another one.
When you do press on save, you can come back to it to continue to process it, but you do want to process it to the end.
Yeah, here it is. And this is really interesting and curious. So I put 12 in, but this is putting in 13. So it automatically puts something.
It's because it's adding the proceeds to the barter.
Oh,
So
it
it's
added
adding
these
both.
two.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yep, that's correct.
Yeah. So that's where my confusion
excess.
was as to why we wouldn't do times 9
Yeah.
in the barter, because going off of what we know, at first I was like, oh, okay, well, it's 10 because they get to lend out 9 for every one I do. But then when I saw how it calculates it, it's basically times 11, not times 10. You know, if we put the 9 in the barter and the 1 in the proceeds, then that would be equivalent to what we know. But I don't want to confuse anybody, and people have been, it's not, they resell our securities more than 9 times. So, you know,
Let's keep this real simple. Don't forget, you have to click the USPS mail. Okay. So they're going to get a copy and you will maintain a copy for your records. And when it comes time for you to fill out your return, you're going to have a stack of these. Okay.
Forgot we're recording right now. Sorry.
Yeah. So USPS mail, and then you submit, and it's $4.12 to file each one. Now, the part I wanted everyone to walk through, Robin, is once she's done with her 1099Bs, her stack, I wanted you to show us how to walk over and grab the 1096, please.
So that's up here, right?
You've done that. Yeah, you've done that, haven't you?
Well, I just tried to do it while we were on the phone and it wasn't working, but let's try it again. Okay, so I'm going to hit this here and I'm going to go to generate summary, right?
Yeah, it's the pay screen.
Okay.
Click the blue drop down box that shows the payer next to it, and your 1096 will appear. So you
just, you know
press
what?
the payer.
Yeah, it's going to do my name only because I didn't submit that one. I think.
Right. Yeah. So if you want to generate what you've done.
Yeah, generate what you've done. Yeah.
So here it is. Okay, so this is what I had done while we were talking. I selected all, and then I'm going to download the 1096, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Download a copy for your records.
And that's all that happens. So I don't know.
And that makes it really easy when you're doing your data entry for filing your returns. It's so awesome.
So now
to the top right.
Here it is.
Yeah, go up to the top right.
Yeah, top right. You haven't done it yet.
It downloads where the little blue is up there.
Yeah,
See that little blue drop down box way up on top right.
Top right, where you almost like you're going to exit out of the close.
Yeah.
Up.
All
There
the
you
way
go.
up.
Up.
Hold on. You know
the
where you
right.
click? Yeah.
See where the green C is? Right above that.
Yep.
Green C. This?
Yeah. Above
Yeah,
that. You
right
see
above.
the arrow pointing down?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
There you
That's your
go.
downloads. So
There
that
you
should
go.
be
Right there.
Open
no.
Sesame.
There you go.
All right.
Oh, you got it. Now what? See,
Look at that. 495091. Boom.
Okay. Well, we can cut
Money,
this
money,
part out.
money.
Yeah,
Because-
just cut those my socials right there. But that's okay.
Yeah. Go ahead
So
and
this
exit out.
one-
So
Again, we're
Yeah.
trust.
We actually have your social now. We can pay you.
Great.
It's like your W-9. I literally, you're being onboarded onto the Love Boat for all of your time, attention, and energy. Just saying.
Kimberly always has a way of turning something negative into a positive, you know?
Oh, wait till
In
I
God
pull
we
out the
trust.
W0 and you all see what we've been operating in the background. Wait till you see the W0 after
I've
this
been
recording
waiting
is
for
done.
that. Yeah, let's do it.
So also look what they print right on there. Do not send that copy in. It used to be that way, that we were to send it in with our tax return, but do not send it. Just use it in box 5. And that's what you use on your IRS 1041 form. Or
And you keep it for your records because that's one big mother receipt right there.
Oh my God. And it's so cool because the moment you deposit that check into a bank, you
So,
just get to go back at the end of the year.
And imagine, Kara,
be it times 10.
Kara, imagine you get a bill for 2021 in the mail and you basically accept the bill, attach that receipt right there, 495. Okay. Feel free to fill out an ES form and divide 495 by 4. Feel free to fill out a 1040V for 495 and send it to the accounting department for return service requested with an 8888 attached to it. Someone trying to charge you, you get to recoup, baby.
You're saying
Good
send it
job.
to the company?
Nope. The accounting department of
To
the
the
IRS.
IRS. Yeah.
Oh.
Kara, were you on the call last night when we were talking about because my ESs, like they weren't showing up, where Kimberly came up with a pretty brilliant way to remedy that, or at least to try to, but she's talking about actually sending them all in one stack with ESs to the IRS. With the B
templates,
too. Yeah.
with the templates that ChatGTP just created for us, which is a writ of replevin or a writ of restitution or a collection. Even Jane was reading this morning. It's called a boot. Can you say boot? BOOT? Can you say booty? I'm just saying. We
Freaking pirates.
are finding the way through the light at the end of the tunnel, you guys. We have so much remedy now. It's crazy.
So that 1099, that 1096 that pulled up was just for this one. Because believe me, mine's a lot higher than 400,000. But how do you get it to pull up for the whole summary?
Check all the boxes. Check all the boxes.
So they're checked, and then
Okay, so this is
I do that.
Kara, go up to that. I think it's up to the plus button up there. And then there's a generate 1096. Where was it?
Right here.
Yeah, do that.
I already did that. That's how I got to this page.
Oh.
But
so it should be bringing them all up so that I've only done it with one. So unless somebody else is on here that has done it with more.
Did you see that I sent you more?
Oh wait, hold on. The 1096s will be.
It says download
separate,
all.
dependent on the payer and recipient.
Yeah, you got to put the name in of all the other ones you did.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
In other words, did you do it differently for that last one with the payer?
No, that pulled up my actual real one because it's only showing my real pair here.
Okay, so click the blue box that shows the pair next to it, and your 1096 will appear. Download a copy of it says to all the pairs. So You should be able to bring all the pairs up. You might have to do it. Yeah, just see.
But it won't be. No, nothing. I mean, here it pulls up. No, that's the old one. But see, I was trying to do it before. What is all this? Hopefully this is it.
Did you see that I sent you, Mardin,
Where, brother?
in your message
Which message?
on here?
TikTok, my phone, or Telegram?
Right, exactly. I'm getting a bling, bling
Which one?
So
in here.
it's a tally for each merchant for the entire fiscal year. So you will probably have to have a stack of them printed when you go to file, right?
It's just interesting because I thought Kira said to that it would give you the total, and then that total is what you would punch into the 1041.
Yeah, it's supposed to, but something.
I'm missing something. I'll have to go back.
It's not picking it up. Maybe the pairs are. I don't know. The pairs might be a little bit different. I don't know what you've got on there.
These are
Try
all different.
download all PDF or payer right there. Yep.
Right.
No, nothing's downloading.
Did you? Wait, hold on.
Oh, you got to merge them. I did see that in there. Something about merging. There's like a little
Download PDF.
button.
It says download PDF for all payers. Download PDF for payer. Download all PDF. So what about download all PDF?
Here?
Yeah. Why does it give you so many freaking options?
I don't know. And then nothing.
And then, okay, well, if you want to download it to computer, click that. And then what you can do, yeah, go ahead, click that. And then what you're going to do here, there you go. It downloaded to your files.
But that one is the same one I had pulled up before, right?
I think what you're going to have to do, no, it should actually just total them all up for the filer.
It didn't. That's only one.
No, I know. I'm just talking out loud. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no. I mean, I feel like
Laura, when you did it, are you on here, friend?
Yeah, I'm here.
When you did
Yeah.
it generated a summary, right?
A total. It was a total of all the 1099Bs I
Yeah.
submitted.
I don't know why it's not doing it now. We went through this a few days ago, and it should be at
pay for them
1096.
separately.
Let's cut the recording. So
What about
Yes, ma'am.
download 1096 with 1099 PD? Try that.
well, that's